Okay, good afternoon. This is our 1:30 p.m. agenda in conference room 224. It's Friday, May 1st, 2026. And this is Senate Bill 148, Senate Draft 2, House Draft 3, relating to combat sports. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair. Rhodes, Wokai, McKelvey excused.
And on behalf of the House, we have myself as chair, Grandinetti, Poi Poi, Hussey as co-chairs, and members Tam and Gideon.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. We have agreement waiting for release. Can we try one more roll on this for?
Definitely. We do have fin release.
Oh, you do?
We do.
We don't. So, could we do 5:30 p.m. here in room 224?
Can do.
See you at 5:30. Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
adjourned. Okay, reconvening on this Friday, May 1st, 2026, 2 p.m. agenda in conference room 224. This is Senate Bill 2694, Senate Draft 2, House Draft 2, relating to water carriers. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Inouye Decoy, co-chairs, Lamsal Awa, managers.
Thank you. On behalf of the House is myself, co-chairs Matioshi and co-chair Todd, member Pierre.
Okay, I believe we have agreement and release. If I may, the agreement on a conference draft 1 is to amend the House draft 2, requiring the PUC to adopt automatic adjustment mechanisms to be applied through June 30th, 2029, so 3 years. And then grant the PUC discretion to adopt an automatic rate adjustment mechanism between that may be applied through July 1st, 2029 to June 30, 2033. Make the bill effective July 1st, 2026 and sunset July 1, 2033.
Yes, and largely what we are adopting is, I think, a fair compromise to include a both shall and a may clause for 1 cycle, may for 2, and with the automatic sunset and understanding that is what we are proposing and have agreed upon.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you very much for your work on this. Before we vote, I would like to yield to the senator from Molokai for additional comments.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair, as well. I do want to tell you that this bill is pretty hard to swallow. I think we've worked closely on both sides, realizing that increases in any shape or form has literally hurt. In this case, I would say Molokai and Lanai, because this is the only option for them, aside from flying in stuff that could not be put on a plane to be flown in. I would tell you, I just had a conversation with the CEO, Steen Christensen, and these are some of the asks that I have asked. Because if we are to look at reductions in sale, his commitment, and I want to quote his commitment to moving Molokai from 2 to 1 sailings per week, his commitment will be to look towards solutions for all businesses. 2, he will position reefer containers in the port to store cold and frozen items at the cost of Young Brothers. He believes Molokai deserves better logistics overall, and he will work with the local community to build the right solutions. And I believe that trying to work with a company such as YB, which is the lifeline for Hawaii, I do know that the increases will significantly impact those 2 islands. And at the same time, we know that at any time, without a cap at the 5%, we just saw what happened in November at the 25% increase. And as you guys know, energy costs will continue to go up. But I will trust that he will live up to what he said he will. Senator Kilkolole has heard what he has committed to as well, but I wanted to put that on record, that I don't think any of the islands deserve any less, but to make sure freight and those supplies get to them, in an adequate time as well as affordable, without gouging those individuals that will bear the burden of goods and services received on those islands. With that being said, thank you for the indulgence. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
And I think those comments well received, and I think largely, and I concur and agree that those islands definitely need some form of transportation. And I just want to acknowledge, I think largely we're in this position because there has not been the enactment from the Public Utility Commission on several things. So this is why we are where we are at. And there are other countries across the world that have implemented inflationary indexes for that sole reason. These are tough votes, but I appreciate that. And thank you to YB for working with you.
Thank you.
Chair, can I add? Can we have the comments of our senator from Molokai be entered into the committee report, please? At least in some measure to just clarify some things. I think that's important.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's applicable to committee report, yes.
we'll find a way.
Yes,
Yeah. Can we vote?
please.
Okay. Members on the Senate side voting on SB 2694 SD2 HD2 with a CD1. Chair goes aye. Co-chair Inoue.
Aye.
Co-chair DeCoit.
Aye.
Senator Lamasau.
Aye.
Senator Owa. Aye. May I take the vote on behalf of the House?
Please.
Chair Kila.
Aye.
Co-chair Matayoshi.
Aye.
Co-chair Todd. And Representative Pierrick
Excuse-
is excused. We have a bill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're adjourned.
Reconvening our joint House and Senate Conference Committee hearing for Friday, May 1st on our 225 agenda in Conference Room 224. The only item on the agenda is HB 463, HD3, SD2 relating to eviction records. On behalf of the House, we have myself, Representatives Grandinetti, Poipoi, and Miyake as co-chairs, and Representative Muraoka as manager.
I have the wrong sheet in front of me. Oh, here we go. On behalf of the Senate, thank you. Myself as chair, Rhodes Wakai co-chairs, McKelvey excused.
And we have been released. Sounds like you're still waiting on WAM.
Yeah.
So if it's agreeable to you, Senator Keokolole, if we could roll this over onto your 5:30 agenda today in Conference Room 224?
Yes.
Okay, we will see you in 2 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. This hearing is now adjourned.
Okay, reconvening this 2:30 p.m. Friday, May 1st, 2026 conference agenda in room 224. In the interest of time of the members, we will take the first measure out of order. That's SB 2487, Senate Draft 1, House Draft 1, relating to the Public Utilities Commission. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Senators Wakai and Inoue co-chairs, and McKelvey, Awa excused. Oh, Awa is present as a manager.
And on behalf of the House, myself as chair, co-chairs Mariyoshi and Peruso, and member Matsumoto.
Okay, great. We came to agreement on a conference draft a couple days ago, which you've been in receipt of, and we have secured Ways and Means clearance. Are you prepared to vote?
I am. And this bill reaffirms our performance-based rate making, and changes from the most recent version were to affect the date and remove the provision for preference of looking at historical costs.
Great.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for your work on this.
Thank you.
Okay, members, on the Senate side, we're voting on SB 2487, Senate Draft 1, House Draft 1, and we have a Conference Draft 1. Chair goes aye, Co-Chair Wakai,
Yes.
Co-Chair Inoue.
Aye.
Senator McKelvey is excused. Senator Owa.
Aye.
May I take the vote on the House side?
Please.
Chair Lowen.
Aye.
Co-Chair Matayoshi.
Aye.
Co-Chair Peruso.
Aye.
Representative Matsumoto.
Aye.
We have a bill. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. The next measure is SB 2471, SD2 HD2, relating to the powers of artificial persons. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Rhodes co-chair, Senator Owa, manager, Fukunaga McKelvey excused.
On behalf of the House, we have myself, Reps Tarnas and Koho Kapuliloi as co-chairs, Rep. Russo and Pirik as managers. Just me and Bruce are here. Oh, and Sue is here too.
Yeah, so it's just a simple cleanup bill for our democracy, and I do appreciate your work on this. We are still trying to vet out the language, but I think we are getting close.
So I agree. I think we've run, there were a list, there's kind of a laundry list of items that we wanted to address. And thank you, Senator, for addressing pretty much all of them except for one big sticker. So we've addressed the dissolution, reenactment of corporations, the perhaps too draconian penalty of just complete dissolution if anyone does anything like that. I appreciate that you've added in steps, punitive steps that the AG can take before complete dissolution of the corporation. The one sticker I think is still, and I think the one sticker is still whether foreign PACs, whether foreign, and by foreign I mean, California, Texas, Florida PACs can still come in to spend money here in the state of Hawaii when Hawaii PACs cannot. And that seems to be a feature of the bill that we're still discussing. That still does make me uncomfortable that a foreign PAC can come into Hawaii to spend money to influence our elections, to influence ballot measures, and our own PACs here could not. And I talked to and thank you for allowing me to talk to the person who originated the idea of the bill in DC, and he confirmed that foreign PACs could still do this under his bill idea. So that's something that we're still
Well,
trying
I
to
think
work out.
the clarification there, if I may, and then correct me if I'm wrong, is less about the PACs themselves, it's about who can fund the PACs.
That too, but also the fact that those PACs and super PACs are both exempt from this bill would allow foreign PACs and super PACs to come in and influence our elections still, which isn't part of it. But you're right, the concept behind the bill is to prevent corporations from donating to these PACs, to prevent the funding from getting to the PAC in the first place. So our Hawaii corporations under the bill could not fund PACs, but mainland corporations could still fund mainland PACs. And because mainland PACs and super PACs are exempt from this bill, those mainland PACs funded by mainland money could still come in and influence our elections. And that is, it's a tough pill to swallow for this bill.
So if I may offer,
Please.
I have a 5:30 p.m. Hail Mary agenda in this conference room that is filling with bills as we speak. Can we roll this bill to 5:30 and keep working?
Yeah, and again, I really appreciate your work on this. I hate Citizens United. If there can be a vehicle going forward that is not going to harm Hawaii interests, I think that we'd like to take a shot, but give us a couple more hours, let's keep talking, and hopefully we can come to some kind of arrangement.
We
So
will take a
5:30
shot
in this room.
at 5:30. Okay, thank you. Next measure is SB 2961, Senate Draft 1, House Draft 1, relating to insurance. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Wakai co-chair, Awa manager.
On behalf of the House, we have myself and Yamashita as co-chairs, Rep. Pirik as manager. Everyone's excused with me.
Okay, we have agreement on this measure. You have effectively wrestled the Senate into a compromise, accepting the House position. We are waiting for Ways and Means clearance. Can we, what's your pleasure?
We have thin clearance. I'm happy with the version of the bill. I appreciate you working with us. If you want to keep it alive, we can put it on the 5:30 agenda.
5:30 sounds good. Thank you very much. 5:30, reconvening on this measure here in conference room 224.
Yep.
Okay,
Where did,
and then we will adjourn this agenda. Okay, reconvening on Senate Bill 1166 SD2 HD2. It's 2:31 p.m. Friday, May 1st, 2026 in conference room 224. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Inoue co-chair, or Inoue excused, Rhodes co-chair.
On behalf of the House, we have myself and Rep. Tarnas as co-chairs. Co-chair Yamashita is excused, and member manager Pierick is also excused. Are they members or the managers? Who knows?
I thought it was like one on the Senate side and it's like different on the House side because the House always got to be different.
How exclusive.
So I'm saying manager.
Okay.
So you're supposed to say member.
Manager. Everyone's manager. They're managing us.
That's right. Go ahead. Sounds right. So we are also close on this bill. The proposal right now is a skinny version of this measure that applies specifically to HHRF and HPIA, eliminating the private insurer aspect of it, and entering in a working group to explore solutions for a segment of the community that has really suffered in these catastrophic events, the folks who do not have policy coverage limits that actually cover the losses that they sustained during the events, like the flooding that took place in Wailua and much of the damage that took place in Lahaina.
Yep, and I appreciate your work on this bill. I think the skinny version of the bill is the one that we should eventually go with. My hang-up that we're going to need to work out in the next couple hours is I don't want the insurance company to supersede the claims by the homeowners. So if the insurance company is taking the damage that the homeowner suffered and being able to recover damage to the homeowner without giving that benefit back to the homeowner themselves, that I don't necessarily want, because we're not creating a private right of action for the homeowner. So the only one that can exercise this right now is HPIA and HHRF, which are a little bit closer to the state. That's why I feel more comfortable, and thank you for skinning the bill down like that. But I do want to put in some kind of mechanism to make sure that any recovery by HHRF or HPIA in this regard gets back down to the policy holders to either lower their premiums or otherwise benefit them in some way, because the policyholders are the ones that really got damaged. Insurance companies are paying out under a contract. I need that benefit to get down to the policyholders.
And we agree on this.
Yeah,
and so
I
it's
think
about trying to make that so in the language of the bill. And so can we reconvene at 5:30?
My favorite agenda.
Here in
5:30.
224. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you very much. We're adjourned. Okay, reconvening this 5:30 p.m. Hail Mary agenda on May 1st, 2026 in conference room 224. The first measure is SB 148 SD2 House Draft 3. Relating to combat sports, on behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Wakai co-chair, Rhodes co-chair, DeCoit, McKelvey, Owa excused.
And on the House side, we have myself as chair, Grandinetti, Poi Poi, Hussey as co-chairs, member Tams, and Gideon.
Yeah, thank you for your work on this measure, Chair. We have not received approval from Ways and Means. And so my recommendation at this point is to defer this measure and try again.
Concur.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Recess.
Reconvening for this 5:30 agenda on Friday, May 1st in conference room 224. We are on HB 463, HD3, SD2 related to eviction records. On behalf of the House, we have myself and Representatives Grandinetti, Poi Poi, and Miyake as co-chairs, and Representative Muraoka as manager.
And on behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Rhodes, co-chair, Wakai McKelvey, excused.
We have fin release.
We do not.
Okay.
So I recommend we try again next year.
Yep, it's a good bill,
Yeah.
and hopefully we can get it through the finish line next year. So we'll be deferring this measure.
Thank you for your work on it.
Thank you.
Okay. Recess. Okay, reconvening the 5:30 PM agenda. First is SB 2471 relating to the powers of artificial persons. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Rhodes co-chair, everybody else excused. Oh, and Awa. Yeah, if you want to just introduce your members, then I'll go through it real quick.
I just need this,
Yeah.
David. On behalf of the House, we have myself and Tarnis, and as co-chairs, Rep. Kapaliloy is excused, Reps Peruso and Purick as manager, Purick excused.
So what's going on right now is you are reviewing a fresh CD that's still warm out of the printer with intermediate ultra-virus penalties that we had discussed earlier. And so can we roll this until 5:50 so that at least you have a chance to
Yeah,
read the
I'm
thing?
trying to find the ultra-virus penalties and also the, I appreciate the change from not destroying a corporation and building it back up again. I'm still honestly struggling with the foreign corporation, foreign PAC problem.
Right,
But I at least want to make sure this is in here. Why don't we roll it to?
In the interest of allowing you to read a warm draft, let's roll it to 5:50. The next measure is SB 2961 SD1 HD1 relating to insurance. That's myself and Senator Awa. Wakai is excused. And then I think it's just you on behalf of the House.
Okay, yep, I think it's just me as,
Yeah,
Let's go,
so
Chair.
we don't have clearance. I suggest we defer.
yeah, agreed.
Okay,
defer.
thank you. And then the last measure is SB 1166 SD2 HD2 relating to insurance. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Rhodes co-chair, Inouye is
On
excused.
behalf of the House, we have myself and Rep. Tarnis as co-chairs, Rep. Yamashita as co-chairs excused, and Rep. Purick as the manager.
So you're also in possession of a warm CD that I don't think have read yet. So let's roll to 5:50.
Okay,
Okay,
we're waiting for fin release on that one too.
okay, we're done. Reconvening on this 5:50 PM agenda. We'll take out of order SB 1166, Senate Draft 2, House Draft 2 relating to insurance. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, we've redesignated the Ways and Means Chair Dela Cruz as co-chair and Rhodes co-chair on the Senate side.
Sorry, on behalf of the House, we have myself and Rep. Tarnis as co-chairs, Rep. Yamashita as a co-chair, Rep. Purick is excused. We don't have a majority of members. We need Purick or Yamashita.
So I believe the agreement that we have at the table is just a working group on this measure.
It is.
And partly focused on the underinsured and uninsured
Yep,
communities.
And even if we don't get a bill passed, I'm willing to engage in a working group this interim to try to figure this out.
Certainly.
Definitely
So
an important thing.
we'll move on this agenda to the last measure, SB 2471, Senate Draft 2, House Draft 2, relating to the powers of artificial persons. On behalf of the Senate, myself as chair, Rhodes co-chair, Awa, manager.
On behalf of the House, we have myself and Rep. Tarnis and Rep. Kapalila as co-chairs, Reps. Peruso and Purick as managers. So we've gone around and around on this. The House is willing to accept the CD1 with the condition that if foreign corporations cannot be subjected to the same restrictions as Hawaii corporations, then we would put in a provision that would nullify the bill. I do not want us to be put in a position where Hawaii corporations are, and Hawaii organizations, nonprofits, are being hampered when foreign corporations are not.
So I'm not sure I understand what's being proposed at the table.
So I'm proposing CD1 that you gave me, but the foreign corporation section on page 11, subsection F, and anything like that would be subject to foreign corporations being regulated like the bill intends, just like Hawaii corporations. If we cannot regulate those foreign corporations spending like we do Hawaii corporations, then I don't want Hawaii corporations to be put at a disadvantage.
I mean, we believe that's what it does, but I'm not sure how we would execute that if it's correct. You know, I mean, this thing is most likely going to be subject to a legal challenge, so
Very likely.
it's just not,
Anyway, if we're gonna do it, we got a minute.
yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to stipulate to that, but I think, I'm sorry, I'm speaking out of turn. Go ahead.
Well, shall we vote?
If you're willing to accept that change, then I'm willing to vote.
Okay.
Okay.
Voting on Senate Bill 2471, Senate Draft 2, House Draft 2. The recommendation is to pass with a conference draft. Chair goes aye. Co-chair Rhodes.
Aye,
Senator Fukunaga is excused. Senator McKelvey
excuse me.
and Senator Owa.
Aye.
You could please take the vote for the Senate. for the
Okay,
House.
for the House, Matayoshi.
Aye.
Tarnas. Caruso is excused. Perrick.
We have Lilo too, right?
I do not have.
Keo Kapu Lloyd.
Take a couple of guys.
Kilokapuliloi.
Aye.
Russo excused, Eric excused. That's it.
Oh, Perus. Okay, we have a bill. Oh.
Added on.
Do you have quorum on 1166?
I think we're out of time.
Do you have?
6 o'clock already.
Yeah, we can vote at 6 o'clock. Okay, voting on SB 1166 SD2 HD2. Recommendations passed with a CD1. Keokalole goes aye. Dela Cruz. Rhodes. Okay. On behalf of the House, I have Matayoshi,
Aye.
Tarnas. Yamashita. And Perrick excused.
Yeah, I don't think we have the members.
Yeah, we don't have it. Thank you. We're adjourned.